good. So I have some tea coming up out of TMZ. So TMZ
Let's
just
go.
broke. TMZ just said that Fat Joe blames the Vibe and Source magazine for Tupac's and Biggie's death. So basically, he's saying that that magazine instigated a lot of things between the two, and he feels like that this magazine was responsible for this beef and ultimately the demise of both of them. What you think? You think Fat Joe's on the on onto something right now, or you think he's just reaching?
It was a lot of shit behind that. Like, just to blame them, they weren't the only ones to put the gasoline on that fire.
Mm.
Maybe he's having an issue with somebody over there or something, but just to blame those magazines, it wasn't just magazines. What about all the fucking crime and everything else that enhanced that shit? What about the diss songs that enhanced that, the entourage bullshit that enhanced that? I don't think magazines and words, because motherfuckers, I know it was back in the days, but it was more of the actions that was going on, you know what I mean, that enhanced that shit. Yeah, they could have nipped that shit in the bud by having a grown man conversation and then, you know, taking it from there. Everybody was making money, and you know, and everybody was good. You know, Diddy and Suge was cool. Diddy and Tupac and Biggie, they were all cool. Everybody was cool. Everybody liked each other's music. Everybody was winning. It was black excellence in the 90s. It was just a situation where, again, clout. Like, they knew they were gonna sell more records if, you know, this happened. So it wasn't just Vibe and Double XL. So, and Fat Joe knows that. Fat Joe knows that because he was in you know, he was in beef with 50. So who was to blame for that? You know, and it's not these magazines. It's not just certain magazines. It's these. Go ahead.
I feel like he onto something though. I feel like I remember reading the Source magazine, Vibe magazine back in the day. We bought that because it was always messiness in there. We always wanted to, it wasn't just them. It was Lil Kim in there. They always had like the craziest stories. We wanted to see who was beefing with who. So I think the magazines kind of instigated, and the magazine was like how social media is nowadays. And it kept instigating, and you know the record labels were pushing and putting money behind it. Yeah, go ahead and tell the story right here because I guarantee you this is going to sell. Even though they're not beefing, we're going to create fake beef where there's no beef at all. I think that's what was happening. So I think he kind of has a little bit of a point on it, but at the same time, there were two grown men who could have sat down, hashed it out, and knew that the media was going to be the media, and the media has to instigate, because if they don't instigate, we're not going to consume it, because we're a society of drama and we love to consume drama.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was just about to say. Like, we're just the public. Like, we don't know why these people do the certain shit that we do. You know, we say that that these people are dumb because they got caught with these guns, or they did this, or that. Like, we don't know what's going behind the scenes of anything. So we don't know if that shit was planted and it just got too serious or whatever. But I just don't see how you pick two platforms that were urban, you know, based, even if it was ran by white people, because you didn't want the shit to be in the Times magazine, because then it would have been, oh, they culture vulture. You know what I mean? That was hip hop reporting hip hop. You know what I mean? That was what we went to. So that was journalists in hip hop reporting what was going on, and that was what Pac and Puffy and Biggie was pushing the narrative of. This person shot whatever. And I would rather hear it from the Source or Double XL than hear it from a white person's
else.
magazine.
Yeah.
Because
you know they were going to twist it. Yeah.
So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. So I don't want to blame a hip hop source for reporting hip hop shit.
Right. I give you that. I agree with that. brother.